everyone, and welcome back to this Destiny Beta Let's Play. You're with Sambo, we're on the PlayStation 4, and of course if you joined us in our last episode, you'll know we'd taken a bit of a break and we were running around and I was doing some story missions off in the background, and I thought I'd show you a couple of things. So obviously we've had things unlocked now. We've had the Crucible unlock, which is great, and I've been playing lots and lots of PvP there, and I'll definitely be posting some footage of that. I'm terrible at it, of course, so you'll be able to have a bit of a laugh, but we'll have a montage of stuff from there. We've got the moon here, which sadly is not going to unlock in the beta. I am now level 8, so I'm at the maximum level, and this is not available in the beta, but of course it's going to be available in the real full release game, so can't wait for that. But down here on Earth, you can see I've been busy and I've pretty much completed all of the storylines. I don't think I showed you the War Mind, although I think we did have a look at that in my alpha footage, so you've already seen that. That's over on the coast, and it is an amazing looking area. We've got all those wrecked ships on the ocean coast there, and there's a lot of stuff to do over that side of the world, especially in terms of side missions and exploration over there. There's plenty of stuff to keep you occupied. I don't think I showed you guys in the alpha this one, the last array, which is the level 5 story. It's kind of like the last story in this beta, so what we might do is play that so I can show you that. And of course what I can do at any time is I can go back and replay these, which is really neat. The Devil's Lair is the level 6 strike. That is one of the first very major and difficult instances that you'll get to run in this game, but I did cover that off in the alpha footage, so you can always go back in the playlist and check that out later. You can see of course that I have a friend there as well. The game tracks your friend activity really well. It's super smooth. Speaking of super smooth, ever since this patch has come out, both the Xbox and PlayStation 4 versions of this game are Loctite at 30 frames per second. It is absolutely amazing. Of course down here we've got the exploration, and you've already seen that in an episode, so what we'll probably do is hop in here and just cover off a couple of things just to make sure that you guys know how this works, because I get a lot of questions about this. How do you do it? And a lot of people don't even know about this. Now you know that if you go into your class here and hold down triangle or Y if you're on Xbox, you get this, and of course this is where you unlock all of your abilities, and a lot of people don't realize that they go down here. So for example, this ability here is a grenade, this one is a grenade, this one is a grenade as well. They are literally upgrades of the grenade tree, so that's how it works. And just because something is completed, so in other words, just because this green outline here has done a full 360, you have to go in and actually select it to make sure that it's active. So don't forget to do that, because a lot of people are running around with completed upgrades but they're not actually active because they don't come in here and select it. So very important. And of course let's not forget that this happens on gear and weapons as well. Green ones or greater, of course, not on white weapons. So for example, if I have a look at this weapon and hit triangle to look at its details, I mean, aside from the fact that it looks amazing, and I can hover all of these stats here and see what they do, and I can tell that it needs green ammo in order to work because it's my special weapon. Down here it says that it's got kinetic damage. That's the type of weapon that it is, and of course there's kinetic, there's void, there's fire, there's a whole bunch of different elemental types to damage on a weapon, but that's it. You can't upgrade this weapon. If we have a look however at a green weapon, and recently I picked up a heavy weapon. By the way, to equip a heavy weapon in game, you hold down triangle rather than tap it. Tapping it swaps between special and primary, holding it down equips heavy. But if I go in here, notice it says upgrade, and look at this. This is just like your character. It's amazing, and a lot of people don't understand that this is available. Up here it says heavy weapons use purple ammo, so it's good to know. Hold the triangle to equip this weapon in game. You can see it is basically a large machine gun, but here it is so addictive. I can't describe just how addictive and customizable this is in terms of weapons and your equipment. So here you can see I've got this ability. Aggressive ballistics, more predictable recoil, enhanced impact, shorter range, but more recoil. But it's getting the impact up there. But down here you can see I'm working towards this one here, which is accurized ballistics, more range and impact, increased recoil. So you can choose which one suits your style. But for example, this is what I'm talking about. See here, this has had the green complete. Okay, so I have completed this upgrade. It is called Feeding Frenzy. Kills with this weapon increase reload speed for a short time. I absolutely want that, but right now, can you guess whether or not it's active? That's right, it's not, because it's not blue. So a lot of people don't realize that you need to go in, need to hold down the triangle, see where it says upgrade there, there, the bottom right of the tooltip, any uncommon or greater, so green or greater weapon, you need to go in here because there's plenty of customization in here. It's not just about your character, it's about the gear and the weapons themselves. So here is one, and a lot of people just leave that. So right now, Feeding Frenzy is not active. It's terrible. What I need to do is hit X on it. There we go. That is now active. And of course you can see this one here. I don't know what it's going to do. It's some kind of unlocked upgrade, and at this rather locked upgrade at this point. I don't know what it is, but you can see I am working towards it. So again, let's go take a look at, say, this weapon here, my pulse rifle. Check this one out. This is where a lot of people are asking questions about the actual attachments of weapons themselves. And they're saying, oh, it's not like Call of Duty. Well, of course, it's not like Call of Duty. It is a game as far removed from Call of Duty as possible. But that doesn't mean that your weapons can't be customizable. For example here, look at this. Red dot O's, accurized sight for precise fire. I've also unlocked this one. Red dot O's, agile sight for smooth engagement in close quarters. So in other words, I've got one for precise or one for close quarters. And bang, I can switch between the two at leisure, and it doesn't cost me any glimmer. So depending on my personal preferences and my situation, then I can change literally the loadout. And if you have a look over here, I'm just going to move the cursor, have a look here, this is the actual sight on the gun. You can see that as I select them, they actually change visually as well. So it is a little bit like Call of Duty. You can customize the weapons and the sighting on the weapons, and that changes per weapon as well. There may be other customizable options. This one here increases the weapon's attack. Glimmer, it costs glimmer, this one. I haven't activated it, so I'm going to activate it now. So instantly you can see my impact went up. That is the attack rate here as well, went up. How much more customizable do you want to get? It is fantastic, and again, not a lot of people realize that these things are here. So here we go. I had this one here, precise fire. I'm going to try this one here, the close quarter sight, and see how we go on my pulse rifle. Let's have a look and see what else I've got over here. Of course, this one here is something that requires level 10, so I'm never going to be able to get it. But how awesome is this scout rifle? I mean, seriously, that looks amazing. And look how many upgrades we've got. Again, this is just for a weapon. It is absolutely amazing. Don't forget to come in here and customize this to your heart's content. So in a way, it is kind of like COD. These are all attachments that you can actually customize, as well as the different types of rounds. For example, field wire rounds. We've got ones that are armor piercing, and here we've got high caliber rounds. It is pretty special if you ask me. Over here, we've also got the same with gear. So for example, my gear, you can see I've already activated this one. This one causes damage with a melee attack to reduce my grenade cooldown. So for goodness sake, make sure that you've activated that if you've got it. Here's one, some chest armor. I haven't upgraded it yet. You see, I'm ready to. Pulse rifle. This increases the amount of pulse rifle ammunition you can carry. It's just sitting there wasted. I've completed it. Bang. There we go. It is done. I can now have a larger clip. Seriously, this is so cool. This one here I've already upgraded, I think. No, this is, so this one is just a dye. The armor can be recolored using version 1 or newer micromaterial shader. So anyway, I'm sure you get the idea. It is not just, oh, here we go. Hang on, what about this one here? This is my sniper weapon, and you can see we've got tons to do on this one. This is great. I can increase the weapon's attack. This one here is a performance bonus where kills with this weapon grant bonus reserve ammo, and that is really, really needed in this game, by the way. You can see this does arc damage, not kinetic or not any other type of damage. And here we go, a very long distance scope, superb target acquisition and recoil control. And you can see I haven't actually started upgrading that one yet. And how do you do it? You upgrade it by actually using the weapon. It's not very difficult. But seriously, these weapons are absolutely amazing, and like I say, they are totally customizable. So don't think that they are a typical MMO weapon with no customization. Later on, of course, we can do the same to the Sparrow. This Sparrow is very basic, but later on they have a whole bunch of different abilities as well that we can use. But anyway, that is enough on that. I didn't want to spend too long on it. It looks like I have, but I wanted to make sure that you guys knew that there was a ton of customization here in the armor and in the weapons, because so many of you are running around with none of it on. It's terrible. Anyhow, sorry to tease you into a episode where I thought we were going to go down onto the ground. We spent way longer talking about the abilities of our weapons than I wanted to, but I think it's important. Don't worry, we'll be back where we will head on down here into the Skywatch, and we're going to head on down to the last array, and I'll show you this level 5 story that, again, we can repeat at any time. It's quite neat. It's like a conclusion to the story events in beta, and that's going to really cool ending on it. And remember too, anything we do, we can actually select whether we do it at normal level or difficult level. I am seriously no good, so I'm not going to do it at difficulty level. But if you're running around with a mate, absolutely set it to the higher level. And that's going to give you a greater challenge and be a lot more fun. In the meantime, folks, certainly hope you're having a great week wherever you are in the world. We do look forward to seeing you next time. We'll see you then, and bye-bye.